What is going on, guys, and welcome to another edition of Monday Night Raw. I am your host, StampedAxis, as ever, and tonight we have two massive matches for you. With Backlash just over a week away, we are going to find out our number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and we also have a tag match in the main event, including your Universal Champion, The Miz. But let's find out first what other matches we have on this week's card. So we are going to open things up with Carmella taking on Sonya Deville in singles action. The Hardy Boys are going to challenge The Bar to a tag team match. The New Day and Rowan and Bryan continue their rivalry as Rowan takes on Xavier Woods and Daniel Bryan takes on Big E in singles action. Our Intercontinental Championship triple threat, Bray Wyatt, Ziggler and The Big Show. Our main event, Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley take on Roman Reigns and The Miz. So Carmella manages to knock off Sonya Deville in our opening matchup. The Hardys pick up a big win over The Bar. That could do their Backlash chances the world of good. Rowan picks up a win over Xavier Woods. Daniel Bryan beats Big E, so both members of the New Day defeated tonight. But let's move on to our number one contendership match. So we begin with the first man in this match is going to be Dolph Ziggler getting his chance to perhaps take on Aleister Black at Backlash. Dolph Ziggler, of course, only featured once so far in 2K20 Universe mode. He actually teamed up with one of his opponents tonight, The Big Show. They knocked off B-Team in tag team action. Well, tonight they become enemies. They never really seen eye to eye in the first place, so it was an interesting pairing. But perhaps it was Shane McMahon that wanted to get both men in a matchup to see what they could do, to give them this platform. And well, here comes the tag team partner from last week. It is The Big Show. Getting to the latter stages of his career, The Big Show, but still feels he has a lot to offer. And well, Shane McMahon obviously agrees with the performance that he put in last week, showing that age is just a number and he still has what it takes. So Big Show given this opportunity tonight. Of course, he knows from last week what his partner could do. One thing being on each other's team, it's another being up against each other. So it will be interesting to see if the chemistry from last week is there to see. Maybe they will team up to take on this man, Bray Wyatt. Because we've only seen Bray once in 2K20 Universe mode as well. He managed to pick up a win over Jeff Hardy last week in singles action. But we've known for a long time how good Bray Wyatt can be. And well, he's certainly going to have his eyes set on Aleister Black at Backlash. An interesting opportunity given to these three guys, considering we haven't seen much of them, with the likes of the New Day, Daniel Bryan, Rowan, of course, all been in plenty of action, but they seem to be tied up with one another. The likes of Brock Lesnar as well has been pretty dominant, although I imagine he'll have his sights set on something bigger than the Intercontinental Championship. The three guys all with 100% records so far, so I suppose they've got as most credibility as anyone to take this challenge on. Be interesting to see, of course. Triple threat matches never easy, as we always say. You've got to pick your moments, strike while the iron's hot, strike at the right time, and you might just get your opportunity to challenge for the title. Well, it looks like all our competitors are ready to go, so let's get this one underway. And well, the Big Show, big headbutt straight to Bray Wyatt, and now Ziggler meets Big Show with a drop kick. As we said, those two last week teaming up. Be interesting to see whether they use that dynamic and maybe gang up on Bray Wyatt. Of course, we know how deadly Wyatt can be. Big right hand there from Ziggler, opening up. But so far, each competitor just feeling each other out. Ziggler looking good early doors. A nice move there on the Big Show. We talk about the Intercontinental Championship, of course. Let's talk about Aleister Black. We've seen a little bit of him so far in 2K20. Only in tag team action, though. Teaming up with The Miz on a couple of occasions. He will, of course, be teaming up with Roman Reigns tonight. Aleister Black taking notice backstage. We understand he is watching backstage, keeping a keen eye on things, scouting out all his potential opponents for this Backlash opportunity. A nice neck breaker there from Ziggler as Wyatt makes his way back into the ring. Maybe looking for another neck breaker, but this way Wyatt shoves him off, and a suplex just throws him halfway across the ring. I think all of these competitors would certainly make a good challenge to Aleister Black. Whether they can knock Aleister Black off his perch remains to be seen. Of course, we assumed that it would be Robert Roode that would challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. But after the performances over the past couple of weeks, Aleister Black getting the better of him twice, Shane McMahon feeling that he isn't an adequate enough challenger, and well, looking for alternative means. Now Ziggler, nice elbow drop there on Bray Wyatt, seemingly the most comfortable so far in this matchup, looking the best in terms of offense, just shoving Bray Wyatt at the back of the head, but gets the sleeper hold locked in, takes it down to the mat. Big Show is there though, and he is able to break up the danger. But it was a good opportunity there from Ziggler, of course, striking at the right time. Big Show was initially down out of the ring, so maybe if he'd have been able to make Wyatt tap out, then he would have taken the opportune moment. Now all competitors on the outside of the ring. Ziggler goes for a dropkick but misses instead. Gets met with a knee and a big takedown there from Wyatt. Plenty of power behind that to take the Big Show off his feet. Now down towards the timekeeper's area, but the Big Show with a takedown on Wyatt, getting some retribution. Big Show, big suplex. Wyatt landing hard on the outside, right on his back. Now Ziggler getting to work on the Big Show. And Ziggler sent into the ring post there. No love lost between these two. But as we said, you know, these superstars, plenty of credentials, and a big sit-down powerbomb there from the Big Show to Ziggler as he gets Wyatt on the inside. Of course, Dolph Ziggler, a decorated history in WWE, yet, of course, to make much of a mark here in 2K20, as have many superstars. Really, it is too early to sort of write people off. The Big Show, of course, his size and power, certainly an asset to him, but with Aleister Black, his striking, how good he is at striking, let's say, certainly will be tough for the Big Show. Maybe with age as well not on his side, as we've already said. Nice DDT there from Ziggler. Maybe not the most equipped to take on Aleister Black, whereas Bray Wyatt, what a dynamic that would be. Wyatt against Aleister Black, two dark, mysterious individuals, would certainly make for a fascinating contest. As Ziggler just showing off to the crowd a bit. That's what he does, of course. He isn't called a show off for no reason. Here we go. Got Big Shot wrapped up in the ropes. And a neck breaker drags him back into the inside. There's now all three competitors back inside the ring. And there's Ziggler again going for the sleeper hold on Bray Wyatt. Big Show a little bit drowsy, but the rope break in force, which means Ziggler will have to break it up. Gets a drop kick and a zigzag. There we go. No, that wasn't a zigzag. I apologise. A famouser on Big Show. The ref a little slow to the count. Can he get there? And my word, the Big Show kicks out about 2 3/4. Dolph thought he had it won. Well, that could have been it. Yeah, the famouser out of nowhere, really, Big Show manages to get out of this one. Big forearm and a nice takedown again from Ziggler. Big Show out of the reckoning for now. Ziggler turns his attentions to Bray Wyatt. But as we've said, Wyatt versus Aleister Black, I think, would be a really mouth-watering match, especially for the Intercontinental Championship on pay-per-view. All eyes would certainly be on that match. But Ziggler looking good, and just as I say that, gets taken down to the mat by Bray Wyatt. A good match so far, all showing equal offense, all looking good in their own right, as Big Show makes his way back inside the ring. Well, just getting a surge of momentum there, the Big Show. As you see, Wyatt, my word, the strength on show there from Bray Wyatt. Picking up the Big Show by his neck and then just tossing him across the ring, and then the running senton from Wyatt. Certainly shut down the Big Show as quick as humanly possible. Wyatt grabbed Big Show back to his feet, but then turned his attentions to Ziggler. Now, Ziggler getting the better of Bray Wyatt. Ziggler super kick to the midsection. Maybe looking for a neck breaker. These two just striking each other now. As Aleister Black's music hits, are we going to see the Intercontinental Champion? And here he is getting inside the ring, and he attacks Dolph Ziggler, and now the Big Show. Well, this match is going to be thrown out. Aleister Black interfering. Obviously didn't like what he was seeing. And well, shut this match down. It is going to be, well, no result really. We move on to our main event of the evening. We'll have to wait and see the repercussions of Aleister Black's actions. Don't really understand why he felt the need to come out and shut this match down, but that he did, and we have to move on. And the first man in this tag team match tonight, as you can see, Bobby Lashley. Lashley, someone we've not seen anything yet of in Universe mode. And full disclosure, I'm not too sure why Kofi Kingston is with Lashley and Corbin in this one. I did try and sort it out, but it just kept glitching, so I do apologise. But yeah, Bobby Lashley is someone we've not seen anything yet in Universe mode. He was in the Universal Championship title match in the preview episode, so he certainly has pedigree. Certainly one of the better superstars we have here on Raw, and be looking to make a massive statement tonight. The powerhouse, the physique, the Adonis, I dare say, of WWE. He is going to be teaming up with an old friend and someone we know all about on this channel. It is Baron Corbin. Sporting a very different look to how he did in 2K19, but Baron Corbin has had plenty of success in Universe mode on this channel. As we've said, was a Universal Champion for 2K19, and well, if he and Bobby Lashley pick up a win tonight, then Corbin may be Universal Champion again in the near future. We will have to wait and see. They're certainly looking confident, certainly backing his own ability. Again, someone we haven't seen anything of yet in 2K20 Universe mode, but same as Bobby Lashley, Corbin was in the championship match in the preview episode. So again, someone with plenty of pedigree. And much like the first week of Universe mode here on Raw, The Miz placed in tag team action and decides to have the big dog as his tag team partner, Roman Reigns. Of course, he has only featured once so far in Universe mode, and that was in the first week when he teamed with The Miz and Aleister Black in 6-man tag team action, and they defeated Samoa Joe, Robert Roode and Rusev. So Reigns boasting a 100% record at the moment. Of course, that is just off the back of one match, however. But the big dog, a fan favourite here on Raw. But he will certainly fancy his chances tonight, Roman Reigns, knocking off Corbin and Lashley. And well, with The Miz, his friend by his side, I'm sure he'll be supremely confident, understanding that he's not looking to challenge The Miz, as we've already discussed, while he is Universal Champion. And speaking of which, here comes The Miz. So here comes your Universal Champion, the A-lister, The Miz, looking, well, just as fantastic as always. What is there to say about this man that hasn't already been said? He's been in the WWE for a long time, reached the top of the mountain. It's been away for a while, but now he is back. And he will certainly be looking to stay there for as long as humanly possible. Also boasting a 100% record so far in Universe mode, but yet to have a singles match, interestingly enough. Of course, as we've already discussed, The Miz was in tag team action with Aleister Black and Roman Reigns in the first week of Raw, and then last week was in tag team action with Aleister Black once again to defeat Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. But Lashley making a good start to this match as he and Roman Reigns begin, and a big clothesline there from Reigns, taking down Lashley. And well, as we always do, let's have a little recap of the other matches that have happened tonight. Carmella, we saw, defeated Sonya Deville in our opening contest. Carmella and Dana Brooke, friends backstage, seem to have a little bit of a thing going on with Fire and Desire. Of course, took them on in the first week. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose beat Carmella and Dana Brooke and the team of Natalya and Tamina. And well, Carmella getting a little bit of revenge tonight. We understand next week Dana Brooke is going to be taking on Mandy Rose in singles action. The Hardy Boys defeated the Bar in what is quite the upset. And well, could that prove crucial when it comes to Backlash? Nice belly-to-belly suplex there from Roman Reigns, as now Lashley makes the hot tag and Corbin comes into the match. But as we said, the Hardys beating the Bar, of course, that may well stand them in good stead for a tag team title shot at Backlash. So it'll be interesting to see whether they appeal to Shane McMahon and use their victory as leverage to get themselves a title opportunity. Nice takedown there by Corbin. As we said, the New Day and Bryan and Rowan continuing their little feud. Rowan and Bryan getting the better of Big E and Xavier Woods on this occasion. Bryan and Rowan feel like they have proven their point. They have dusted themselves off, washed their hands with the New Day, if you will. But I feel like the New Day won't lie down this lightly. Of course, we haven't seen Kofi in action yet. Maybe they will be using him next week. Maybe they will challenge Bryan and Rowan to a match again, using Kofi as their secret weapon, if you like. Brock not in action this week. Of course, he was in singles action last week. He defeated Cedric Alexander. He seems to have distanced himself a little bit from this, obviously not wanting to get involved. Seems to be Bryan and Rowan having their issue with the New Day. And then we just saw, of course, our triple threat for the #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, of course, that match thrown out because of Aleister Black's involvement. We're hearing backstage that Shane McMahon is absolutely furious and could well be looking to take drastic measures against the Intercontinental Champion. We will have to wait and see as The Miz makes his way into the match for the first time. And full disclosure, once again, as you can see, Lashley on the outside. He did this for the whole match. I'm not quite sure why. Kofi wasn't exactly in the way, but he just kept getting up on the apron and then jumping down. So, yeah, Apologies if that annoys you a little bit, but there's not too much I could do. As Corbin chokeslam backbreaker to the Universal Champion. Reigns on the outside. Could Corbin be looking to end this one early? He gets the cover, but The Miz kicks out. And running knee there by The Miz. What an answer to the chokeslam backbreaker. So as we mentioned earlier in the show, Backlash just over a week away. Of course, we do know some of the matches, or I believe one of the matches so far announced for that show. It is, of course, Ember Moon taking on Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. But with the way some results are going, with the way some things are happening, end of days there from Corbin as I was talking. He gets the cover in, but Reigns is there, but The Miz kicks out nonetheless. Corbin absolutely going to town on The Miz. No let up for the Universal Champion as he just gets heel tossed across the ring. So yeah, we already have one match set in stone, but the way things are going, looks like Backlash may well take its shape. Of course, the Hardys, as we've said, could well take on the bar for the tag team titles. They would be well within their rights. New Day and Bryan and Rowan, you feel like there could be something there, maybe a tag match. You don't know what the intentions of both teams are. I'm sure Bryan and Rowan will look to get away from the New Day. The Intercontinental Championship, of course, well, as we've said, we await to see what Shane McMahon does regarding his actions. And well, tonight, you know, depending on how Corbin and Lashley get on, Corbin's certainly putting in a stellar performance at the moment, but The Miz has no real clear challenges at the moment. So will we see anyone emerge to take on our Universal Champion? But as we focus in on the match now, just been having little tidbits there. The Miz, nice reversal, kick to the midsection. Now looking to get to work on Corbin. There has been, as we said, a stellar performance so far from Baron Corbin. Chokeslam backbreaker and an end of days. Now the bear hug locked in. Reigns realising the danger comes into the aid of his partner. Corbin, well, getting a bit of stick from the crowd. And now the hot tag from The Miz. Corbin letting up. And well, that doesn't seem to have bothered him. Just taking it in his stride. A big powerbomb there to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns going running straight into the firing line. Here we go. There's maybe... Oh, I thought he might look for another chokeslam backbreaker and then instead just goes for the STO. And Corbin just living in the moment, just enjoying himself. He's got this match seemingly under control. Nice belly to back suplex there on Roman Reigns. And here we go. Corbin chokeslam backbreaker once again. Is that gonna be it? The Miz on the outside. He is nowhere to be seen. Reigns, it's all down to him. The Miz back inside the ring, realising the danger, and I think Reigns managed to kick out of that one. Again, Corbin just on fire at the moment. Reigns and Miz certainly having their work cut out as Lashley still doing his thing on the outside. It is all Corbin at the moment, and well, he doesn't really need Lashley with the way things are going. Here we go. Corbin, big power slam on Reigns. As we said, 2K19 Universal Champion, but here we go. End of days to Roman Reigns. Goes for the cover straight away, but The Miz is there. He'll probably get there. The Reigns manages to kick out a chokeslam backbreaker and an end of days to both members of the opposite team. We said, is anyone going to emerge to take on The Miz? And well, it looks like it could well be Corbin. Even if he doesn't pick up the win tonight, he's certainly put his name in the hat. Certainly made Shane McMahon stand up and take notice. And knowing how those two get on backstage, it wouldn't surprise me even if Corbin didn't pick up a win, that he somehow sweet talk Shane McMahon into giving him an opportunity. But if he can get that win, if he can back it up, then it will stand him in good stead. Like we said, 2K19 champion last year. Is he going to look to do the same for 2K20? Just dominating Reigns and Miz at the moment, but Reigns Shot to the midsection, looking for a little bit of a retrieval. Again, another shot to the midsection. Gets to work on Corbin in the corner. Maybe now Corbin could do with the tag, but it doesn't look like it's going to come with Lashley still doing his thing. Reigns just giving his team a moment's respite as the Miz struggling on the outside. Superman punch from Reigns. That could well be it. Referee gets the cover in, and well, Lashley seems to have broken out of his spell. Corbin manages to kick out, but close there from Reigns, and a spear from Roman Reigns, and well, that could well be that now. Well, I'm not quite sure. It looked like the referee slow counted that, if I'm honest. Lashley somehow managed to get there to save his teammate, but that could well have been it. And if Lashley wasn't getting there, that was game over for Baron Corbin. He manages to shove Reigns off. And a big clothesline takes down the big dog. Well, an escape there for Corbin. He knows he was staring up at the lights. He knows that should have been game over, but for the help of his tag team partner, Lashley, as we said, managing to come out from under his spell and save the match for his team. Is that going to be a turning point? Can his team use that to go on and win now? As we saw, Reigns just under assault from Corbin, but the Superman punch and the spear from out of nowhere shows how lethal those moves are, and they can end a match in an instant. But Corbin now just going to work on Reigns' shoulder, taking the big dog down. Here we go. Corbin again, Reigns up, and a powerbomb once again. Almost akin to the Razor's Edge. Here we go. Corbin, chokeslam backbreaker, the third one of the match, the second to Reigns. Goes for the cover. Is that going to be it? The Miz, he won't get there, and that is it. Corbin picks up the win for his team. And well, what a performance from Baron Corbin. Absolutely superb he was in this match. As you see, the first of many chokeslam backbreakers and the end of days as well. Corbin proving to be a one-man team in this match. Didn't need the help of Bobby Lashley. And as we said, that performance could well have put him in to Universal Championship contention, as he and Lashley celebrate on the outside. And well, Corbin looks like he's instructing Lashley to... Oh no, come on Corbin, you've already won. You've won the match, you've proved yourself. Why do you need to do this? And well, scares off Reigns on the outside. Roman thinking better of it, taking a walk, and Baron now just unleashing on the Miz. Chair shot after chair shot. Lashley. Well, it looks like Bobby Lashley wants a piece of the action as well. Corbin unsure, but hands Lashley the chair. And now Lashley going to work on the Miz with the chair as well. These two seemingly impressed with their own work, but just needless, despicable. And well, Reigns, hang on. The Viking Raiders jumping Reigns backstage. He's just finished his match, as we know. Cedric there to save the day. Well, interesting little development that. We're not too sure why the Viking Raiders feel the need to attack, but a massive win for Corbin and for Lashley. Who knows what that could do for their future chances. But that is going to be it tonight, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. Not too far away from Backlash now. And I will see you for our next episode of SmackDown.